Nitro Nick here again, doing another video on another truck I've just did some mods on. Yes, it's another electric, and it's winter time. I'll be doing electric trucks during the winter time and nitro trucks during the spring and summer. Definitely keeps you busy through the year. I recommend that big time. Keep doing all your RC stuff all through the year. It keeps you busy. Wintertime, do a project. Makes the winter go by really fast. This one is the Losi Aftershock electric conversion, brushless electric conversion. Starting to lose some room here on my work table. Got too many projects going on. This was supposed to be an LST2. I ended up getting in a trade, but it was actually an Aftershock, which worked out even better because of the transmission was actually the best part about it. It was very simple. No reverse, no high speed, low speed crap that's inside the tranny. So less moving parts, less stuff to break, less stuff to take out and do a forward only conversion, because I would have gotten rid of all the servos, all the crap gears inside for the reverse, all the mechanisms and everything. So really easy. When you get the kit, basically just yank out all the nitro stuff that you got. Everything from throttle servo to gas tank. If you had a reverse servo in there for reverse, you're going to leave your two JR or whatever servos you're using underneath for your steering. You leave those there, but you get rid of your gas tank, your motor mount, and the kit explains all that. When you get the Losi kit, it was like $85. Great system. Comes with the beveled gears, hardened bevel gears that you put in the tranny. So you do have to open it up, put two gears in, really easy. Excuse me. Put that back together, throw that back in, put in your motor mount with your 8-scale brushless system that you have. I again recommend the Castle system. Awesome system. The battery tray is good, but they want you, the way they have it configured here with the Losi straps and everything, to run a pack, the straps are in the middle on the upper mount. The lower mount, the straps are out on the way out on the ends, which I can't fit a battery in there. So I'm not a big fan running a battery pack right up top here. Also, they want you to, so I haven't done any modifications to that yet. As you can see, I'm still running the same straps in the middle here, which is okay because the body mounts sit a bit higher. So if it falls over, it's going to hit those first. They want you to mount the ESC up top here. I don't recommend it because, again, it's right in the middle. If it hits the top of a jump, the first thing it's going to hit is the ESC and break it. So I put it right here down on the chassis. No real modifications. Just find a nice spot to put it, out of the way of the linkage, out of the way of the receiver box, and it's down low. 3 or 4 pieces of double-side tape to give it cushion, and 1 zippy tie just to kind of give you double reinsurance that it won't slip out or the tape comes loose. Your ESC's not going to come flying out of the car and be dragging behind you. The shocks are awesome on this. That's why I did an LST. This thing's a monster. Even though it is an Aftershock, same chassis. Basically everything is pretty much the same except for the axles. I was a little disappointed because of that. When I did the axles, I was still able to use, I wanted to use a 17mm hub, aluminum hub, not the standard hexes they have on the Aftershock or LST. But the LST has a truggy-like axle, which is real big, and you use like a truggy or buggy hex in here. Since it's Aftershock, it's more like a T-Max axle. It's really skinny, and it pretty much is like a Revo or T-Max, where you put like a Traxxas hub on it with a 17mm nut setup. The only thing I had to do was, and that's what I did, I bought the AFNA Revo T-Max 17mm hubs and did a little modding to the axle. Just shaved a little bit off of the shoulder of the axle that comes through, so the set pin that goes in, I had to shave a little off the axle so the 17mm hub could slide in just a little farther to make the axle pin pop in and then secure it down. Other than that, that was really pretty easy. I took about maybe a 1/16 of a millimeter, 1/16 of an inch off the axle to make this thing slide in. Not the end of the axle, but the shoulder part, the flat spot after the threads. All right, that was pretty easy. Any other mods I don't think I had to do. I definitely recommend a wing or a wheelie bar. As you can see, I went with the wing, and it just stands this thing up on end and shreds the wing. But no big deal there. Throw a junky wing on anytime you want. The wheelie bar is probably going to be okay too, but I went with the wing just because I had the wing, and I just picked up the mount for the wing, and it was pretty cheap, $8. Wheelie bar is a little, I'd have to order it. I think they cost like $20. I did go with the, you can't see it here, but I did go with the single speed hub. The single speed hub on the outside of the transmission from Losi, so you're able to use just one speed, not the 2-speed transmission, not the 2-speed gears, because with the one-way bearing in there, when you hit the brake, all the gears stop, but the truck keeps moving. So unless you lock that second gear up, the truck's not going to be able to work. It's going to spin free like you would on a nitro truck, and that's fine, but it just won't work with the electric. So you got to get either back the set screw off on the 2-speed, so it locks in there and it doesn't move, and you're really not shifting gears. It shifts so fast that it's pretty useless. Definitely recommend the single speed hub, and when you mount that on, not a big deal to do it. Instructions tell you everything you need to know. I recommend a little crazy glue on the screws that hold the gear onto the hub. Keep them from backing out. I had one back out and it was smacking the chassis, making a nice sound. Made it sound like the transmission broke a gear, or the diff broke a gear. It was actually just a screw hitting the chassis, and easy fix. Like I said, a little crazy glue. I'd like to get a roll cage for it, just because I'm going to be thrashing the hell out of this thing come nicer weather. I'm switching over to all the, I have an extra set of caps, aluminum caps. They look nice. I would like to get the shock bodies too. I have that on my nitro truck, but I'm not going to spend the money because this one's just for bashing, and I haven't had an issue yet, but I do have extra caps, so I'm going to switch them all over. Stock oil is like 32.5. I think I throw 35 in there. No big deal. They do take a lot of fluid, so you're going to end up using like a whole jar of whole bottle full of Losi oil or whatever you use. As far as any other mods or things I had to do, I think that was about it. I do like the JR servos. They work fine. No, you know what? There is one more thing. Probably the most important thing, I think. Add two extra. Buy yourself an extra pack of the servo savers from Losi for the LST. They have those metal bands. I put two more on each one of the gold bands, and that gives you a lot better steering. It doesn't use the slipper as much. It keeps it a little tighter. Here they are right here, as you can see, little extra bands on there. They stick out on the sides. It makes it a lot more powerful in the steering. Raced it the first time without them. It sucked. Put them on. Big difference. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys. And if I can find some more things to talk about on my other trucks, I'll make some more videos.